Well, how was that night? It had to be a little bit of a celebration last night.
Yeah, we had a good time when we got back to the hotel with some of our fans and obviously the players. But we jumped right into prep. We ate and started in on some Gonzaga film and carried that over into today's breakfast as well.
And talk about how quickly you have to go from changing your mindset from being the hunted to the hunter.
Yeah, I mean, I think right now it's, everybody's in the same, we're all in the same framework, so to speak. Once you get in the tournament, I don't think that the players and the coaches necessarily look at seedings or anything like that. I think you look at the next opponent ahead and you try to figure out, what's the best plan to try to put your team in position to try to be successful.
I guess after a night like last night, like what time is your head hitting the pillows? I'm sure your mind is just racing.
I went to bed probably about 4:30 and woke up to work out at about 5:30. So I got a good 60 minutes in. Players probably slept a little bit more, obviously. We didn't get together today until 11. But we're going, our travel's not easy. Gonzaga's obviously, they live in the Pacific time zone. All their games, because of being in the conference that they're in, their entire conference, they've been in that time zone. And so they don't have much travel. They don't have any time zone stuff. We're going from, Central to Eastern to now Pacific. And we talked to the team about that and how that even affects grown pro players in any sport. When you go from New York to California, it's a huge adjustment.
Yeah, sure you kind of feel like you're back in your pro days a little bit, just traveling.
This travel, yeah. I mean, obviously last year there was no, travel didn't affect anybody, but, certainly to go from New York to Buffalo to San Francisco is a pretty long trip, even though we got a quick stopover at home.
Have you had a chance to reach out to Steve Kerr or Moses or any of the guys that that are going to be over there?
Well, I think they play today and then they leave, obviously, because we're, the tournament's kind of taken over the arena. But I have reached out to Moses. Don't think that there'll be any overlap of anything. But my phone, my son's phone, Coach Smart's phone has not we won't have enough tickets. We already know that. And the hotel rooms, I don't even know where we're going to put family members. My mom hasn't been to a game since I've coached at Arkansas, so it'll be her first time watching us play live. So that'll be really cool too. At her age, she hadn't been able to travel, but from San Diego to San Francisco is pretty easy travel.
I was just going to ask about that. I mean, it's got to be really cool for you to, coach a team back in your home state.
Yeah, I mean, it's I don't know any of the history, but there's probably not a lot of NCAA coaches that have been in a Sweet 16 and they're going to coaching, even though it's a different arena, but an organization that fired you. It's pretty, it's pretty cool though to be able to go back there and, their ownership, Kirk, whose dad owns the team, he was texting me before the tournament, hey, we'd love to have the Razorbacks here playing, and so I'm excited. It's always about the players. It's never about the staff. But I'd be lying if I didn't say that if there's one place that we could go back to, it would be there.
Saw some post-game locker room footage last night. You had Audis put kind of the Arkansas plaque on that board. What do you think that meant to him, and you really talked him up a little bit after the game?
Yeah, I just felt like guys that score points or guys that get all conference stuff, like they've had the spotlight on them, and maybe Adis has not had the spotlight on him, and he's done so much non-box score related things by causing a guy to take a higher degree of difficulty shots or being a great basket cutter. And so, because of that, as I was walking in, I don't know why they didn't have the thing after game one. It's the first time ever where you couldn't put your name up after game one. But, walking in, I had seen the sign at halftime and felt like it would be, he'd be good for Adese to be able to do that.
What's your initial thought on being able to get a shot at Gonzaga, the #1 overall seed?
Yeah, I mean it's you know, I'm glad that that I know a lot of people that have played against him. I have a lot of friends that either coach in that league or have played against them. So to say that there's familiarity. I mean, I stay up late at night and watch that conference. It's only on though when Gonzaga's on. So I guess I've seen most of Gonzaga's games because if San Diego's playing Pacific, that game's not on TV. But like I said before, respect everybody, fear no one. And Gonzaga's a great team. We kind of felt like when we were at Nevada that Nevada and Gonzaga were the two best teams, although we were both mid-majors, but that we both felt like we were better than the Pac-12. And scheduling-wise, never worked out. It was tried, but didn't work out. And so here we go.
Good.
Nice, Coach.